Nice. Now my next question for you, with Guitar Hero video games being as popular as they are now, have you ever given any consideration to developing an Yngwie Malmsteen video game?
I mean, a separate game.
Yeah, yeah. I know Aerosmith just released one with a lot of their tracks. Have you ever thought about doing something like that, or?
Well, I have been contributing some stuff to these games. They're called Rock Band.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Okay.
Yeah, I've been giving some songs to them that's going to come out. But, yeah, why not?
Nice, nice, cool.
To me, it seems like you wouldn't think, but it really seems to be connected to the whole surge of guitar and hard rock right now, because it's going to the roof. I mean, compared to like 10 years ago, this is back on an upswing, like very much. I'm sure you know that.
Oh yeah.
It's huge difference, and it could be that, it could be the internet, it could be a lot of things, or just plain, the fact that rock and roll is here to stay. Basically, it could be one of those too.
Oh yeah, yeah. Not to mention, it really gets people interested in playing guitar, also.
That's what I mean,
Oh yeah.
It's not all of them, but few of these kids have to be saying to themselves, "Oh man, I wonder how cool it would be to have a real guitar." And say, "Hey mom and dad, whatever, can I have a real one?" Because they sell real electric guitars at Best Buy too. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, yeah. The next thing they could be starting out playing Guitar Hero.
Exactly. They start with a game and then they go, "Wow, this is cool,"
Oh, absolutely. Now, my next question for you. Over the years, many artists have collaborated with orchestras with varied success, but I don't think anybody has compared to you when you played with the New Japan Philharmonics. Are we ever going to see a live symphony performance from you ever again?
Yes, of course. Let me tell you a little bit about the background on that. The rock bands have used symphonies for many years and different ways and all that, which is great, but they've all done something that I decided I didn't want to do, which is just basically have an orchestra play with them. They play their songs like they always do, but they have an arrangement of strings behind them, which is great, But what I wanted to do, what my idea was to compose a particular piece for the symphony orchestra, specifically as the guitar as a solo instrument, hence concerto suite for electric guitar and orchestra, which is basically a concerto is for flute or for violin or cello or whatever, but use the electric guitar as a solo instrument and not have the rock and roll drums or any rock and roll, vocals or bass or something like this. And that was my idea, and I didn't do it because for any other reason that I thought it would be a very great expression for me to actually do something like that. And to do it live was really surreal and exciting. Yes, I definitely I'll do more of that. Yeah. At the moment, right this very moment, I'm very much into the idea of just rocking out and blowing up the Marshalls and go crazy. So that's what I'm going to do for the moment right now. But in the future, for sure.
Yeah, that's something I think a lot of people would like to see upcoming from you, because that was just a phenomenal performance.
Thank you.
That was something that, I can't even explain it myself. Now, I know you've cited Ludwig van as a major influence. Do you ever think you'll perform one of his pieces in its entirety?
Who was that again?
I'm sorry, I know you've cited Ludwig van as a major influence. Do you think you'll ever perform one of his symphonies in its entirety, or any other classical musician for that matter?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear who you're referring to. Who you're referring to?
Oh, I'm sorry, Beethoven?
Oh, Beethoven, yeah, of course, I love his stuff. My very favorite is Johann Sebastian Bach and Vivaldi. And I love to play, and I do excerpts of some of the pieces. But that's where I kind of differ from, let's say, a classical musician, because I love to take the air and the feel of their way, the arrangements with the pel notes and the inverted chords and diminished runs and the arpeggios and everything like this. I love to adapt that to something and create something with it, as well. But the actual pieces exact, I have done. It's not, I don't think, my thing, really. But I never say never, right?
Yeah, that's true, that's true. Good point. Now, you also have a new signature guitar from Fender coming out. Can you tell us a little bit about this series? And I'd like you also to add one of your fondest memories of your '71 Strat.
Right. There's two different releases from Fender. One is the updated Malmsteen signature, which is, I have to say, they are the only guitars I play now. I retired all my old guitars. This is what I play, and they're so good. It's amazing. They are just fantastic guitars. Now, that's one. And the other one is an extreme honor, of course. Is they only make 100, a tribute, we call it a tribute guitar, of the Play Loud guitar, which I had since I was a kid, you know. And that was the one I took with me, that one guitar and an extra pair of pants to the States. And Swan the cover on Rising Force album as well. That guitar got beaten up really badly over the years, but you know, in a loving way. And they made, John Cruz and other master builders made exact, I'm talking, when I'm saying exact, I mean exact. I mean, cigarette burn, you know, the rust on this and that, whatever, this particular scratch and teeth marks and whatever, all of that stuff that's on there. It's so identical in the weight and the feel and the whole 9 yards, everything, the wiring. It's just a fantastic piece. I mean, it's scary.
Yeah, I had watched the video this morning of them crafting it, and just the precision that went into it was just amazing. That was truly artistic. That was something else. Okay, now another question I'm curious to ask you about. I'm sure people ask you several times a day and you're sick of answering this question. But how many guitar picks do you burn through during a headlining set?
I never count. I think it's about 120.
120, jeez.
Wow. I think it's like 2 bags, and then whatever is in the bag. I'm not sure. You ask my tech. He has to refill the mic stand, you know.
I'll definitely have to ask him when you guys come out to Colorado.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, another question I'd like to ask you, what is a little known fact about you that most people would be surprised to learn about?
Oh, I think there's quite a few, probably. You know, everybody has the preconceived idea of other people. I don't know. I mean, then again, you know, the way I am, the way I behave, the way I, you know, do things is very different from it's been in the past also, so I'm sure that there'll be a lot of surprises. I am writing a book.
You are? Is it an autobiography?
Yeah.
It is really. When can we expect that to come out now?
I started actually a couple of years ago, and then I put it away for a while, and I'm going to pick it back up. I mean, it's going to be really in depth, though. I mean, you know, it's going to be it's not going to be. I mean, oh yeah, look at me, I'm a rock star kind of thing. More like really personal, you know.
I don't think people would expect anything less. I mean, you put your hard work into just about everything you do, it seems.
Yeah.
Have you been working with a publisher on this?
What I've been working with is a writer, you know. I basically dictate, you know.
Okay, ghostwriter?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. All right.
Well, not really. Her name will be on there and everything.
Oh, really? Okay, nice.
But it's not finished yet, so I can't promise any release or anything like that, but it's definitely going to happen.
I'm definitely going to be checking that out. I'm going to be keeping tabs on you with that one.
All right.
Hopefully you'll come back to us and do a book interview tour.
Yeah, of course.
Absolutely. All right, is there any last words for your fans and the listeners that you want to add?
Well, what can I say? You know, I mean, every day I'm seeing, well, not only when I do the interviews, but especially when I do the interviews, I really quite amazed how the whole thing turned out, because I came here this many years ago to this country with not much more than a dream and an extra pair of pants, you know, and things have been turning, and it's all thanks to you, all of you, and so God bless you, and I will keep on doing what I do as good as I can.
I'd also like to congratulate you on being inducted into the Rock Walk.
That's another thing that's pretty amazing, isn't it?
That is. Congratulations. This has really been shaping up to an amazing year for you, my friend. And I really hope it keeps going for you. All right, this is Brandon with Sonic XS. Yngwie, we're checking out. Thanks.
Thanks. Thank you.